Welcome to the latest edition of Topes Tales. This is where we go back and find some of our favorite Isotopes players. We reminisce about their time in Albuquerque, and we find out what they are up to these days. This week's guest is catcher A.J. Ellis. He spent just about the entire 2009 season with the Isotopes. He was briefly in Albuquerque in 2010, and then in 2011, let's just say he spent way more time in AAA than he would have liked. AJ, good to see you, my friend. How are you?
Josh, man, good to catch up with you, man. Thanks for doing this. It's really cool. I do feel a little bit young to be part of a Where Are They Now episode of anything. So this does hurt the ego a little bit. There's an update. It means I was somewhere a long time ago, which I don't know if I'm ready to embrace my age yet.
Well, you're wearing an Albuquerque Dukes hat, so we're glad that there's still a part of you that is there in Wisconsin that is still part of Albuquerque.
Yeah, this hat makes its rounds around the city, gets a lot of comments, and people want to know, who's that goofy-looking mascot and what's a Duke. So I get to explain my ties to Albuquerque and explain how while we were the Isotopes, I was able to snag a hat on throwback night and make sure it found its way back to Wisconsin with me. So it's great just to sit here with you today and talk about the great times that we had in Albuquerque and my memories of being an Isotope.
Even though, well, you were on a rehab assignment briefly with the Topes when I was with the Topes, but we knew each other from LA. But
right.
Again, thank you so much for your time. It's always wonderful.
I miss those post-game call-in shows on LA on the ride back to the hotel, so I could think about ammo that I needed to throw at you the next day to say, hey, no, you missed that. That wasn't right. Or to say, hey, that was a really good point. I really like how you handled Bob from Pasadena. He was a jerk on the phone. So I know you don't get those calls anymore. But if you ever need me to call you up and just yell at you on the phone just for old time's sake, let me know.
Absolutely. I'd look forward to that.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, AJ.
Premier Sports Bar. Stadium 66 is your place for beer, bites, and bets.
The date was June 17th, 2018, and it was Father's Day at Isotopes Park. Anytime it's Father's Day, it's always a little special at the ballpark, and this game was no different. Welcome to Stadium Memories. We are presented by Stadium 66. I'm your host, Josh Suchon. I'm the Isotopes play-by-play announcer. This is a series where we go back through the archives and find some of our favorite games. Well, it's always one of our favorites when it's Father's Day. On this day, just like all the Father's Days, hundreds and hundreds of fathers were out on the field. They played catch with their sons and their daughters, their wives, their nephews, whoever they wanted to. Also, Albuquerque native Austin House was on the field. He played catch with his dad before the game. Austin got to pitch in this game as well. There was a lot of offense. I mean, there was a ton of offense in this game. In fact, there was so much offense in this game that we're going to start in the home half of the first inning. But make sure you stay into the end because Pat Valleca came to the plate in the 8th inning. And I don't want to give away too much, but Pat's father had been sick, very sick for a long time. And with one swing of the bat, Pat did something that to this day still gives me chills and still gets me emotional. It was a Father's Day that I will never, ever forget. And it was from 2018. Isotopes hosting the Nashville Sounds, and this is Stadium Memories. Yeah, 2016 was the year. It was a crazy year. At one point, the Isotopes were 17 games out of first place.
Yeah.
And then we got Raimel Tapia, and we got Pat Valleca, and we got Kyle Freeland, and we got Herman Marquez, and we got you. And then the next thing you know, we had this magical run and nearly snuck into the playoffs. And there's a lot of things I remember about that year, but you were one of the veteran guys on that team. And I'm wondering, you used the word fun. You wanted to make sure they had fun, even if guys don't necessarily want to be at the minor leagues. Describe your philosophy for those younger players.
Yeah, so, when I came up in the game, it was less fun, more business, right? And that was the old school mentality, and you see a lot more fun in the game nowadays. It's becoming more prevalent because they're just letting you do more. I always felt like I played better, and I was loose, and I was relaxed when I was having fun, when I was just enjoying the game that I played when I was a kid. And so I made it a point that year. I got designated that year. It was a tough year for me. I just told myself at that point, like, I wasn't having fun playing baseball early in the year. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a blast. Like, we're going to jam music. We're going to have spotlights. We're going to have disco balls. We're going to have a smoke machine. And every time we won, like, we just had a full-on party in the clubhouse. And I think you can remember those days. I think we set off an alarm at one point because there was such a loud party going on with the smoke and everything. And I just wanted the guys to enjoy themselves at the AAA level and realize, like, you're going to have even more fun at the big leagues. So just imagine how much fun you're having here and then just strive for that next level.
Okay, if I can do this correctly, I'm going to do a share screen, and I want to show you what we affectionately call the Brandon Barnes game. All right, so here we go. This was a game late in the season in which the Topes are trying to make the playoffs, and it's against Fresno. And we're going to start in the top of the 10th inning.
Here in the 10th. I remember this game.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Yeah, it's hit in the right center field gap. Barnes on the move. Barnes lays out. He made the catch. Brandon Barnes, full out extension.
I still think Tapia could have
takes
got
away
that,
extra bases from Tyler White.
You know, I got to let the young guys know that I can still go get it.
I love the handshake with Tapia too.
Oh yeah, I mean, Tap was great, man. Tap was, I mean, he had a blast. He made it fun for me because he pushed me because he was such a good outfielder.
Like Superman.
Gotta love it.
Okay, so that,
I mean, I live for that stuff right there.
That kept it tied, and then just a few minutes later, here's Brandon, same game, bottom of the 10th inning.
Oh, I get chills watching this one. This is a good one.
Jankowski comes set, a high set. The 1-0 pitch. Hit high, deep, left center field.
Just pure. You don't even feel it off the bat. It's beautiful.
Gone!
Man, I was hitting 7th in that lineup.
Yeah.
What was G Hill doing?
Topes win! Topes win! 6-4 is the final. The celebration is on. There goes the one.
Yeah, I think that was the night that we lit off the smoke alarm.
Club Isotopes is about to get rocking tonight, folks.
I mean, that's what we did. We had fun that year. Nelly was a big part of the reason why we had so much fun that year.